Good day and welcome to our presentation for the Optical Illusion Lab on behalf of Group T, with members consisting of Sidikan Molsing, Alyssa Ban, Chelsea Joseph, David Rupnarain, and Venny McLeod. In this presentation, we will present an optical illusion known as the Ebbinghaus-Titchener Illusion. As you can see from the image displayed on the screen, we see two images with a center circle being orange in color. The image on the left appears to be surrounded by larger circles, and the image on the right appears to be surrounded by smaller circles. Which orange circle is larger? From a distance, it would appear that the circle to the right, surrounded by smaller circles, is larger. This is due to proximity, which is a factor where the more distance between you and the illusion makes it seem more effective, whereas the closer you are, the more ineffective it becomes. This is due to our brains being able to isolate the center circles more easily at a shorter distance, since at a longer distance, you have to take in the entire image. However, the truth behind this illusion is that both center circles are the same size. This is an optical illusion targeting relative size perception, where a central circle appears smaller when surrounded by larger distant circles and larger when surrounded by smaller close circles. It demonstrates that the brain judges size based on context and comparison rather than isolation. This is seen on the image to the right, where in small context control, both identical images appears to be the same size and have no illusion present. The same is present in large context control, as both images are of the same size and no illusion is present. Only in the Ebbinghaus illusion, where on the left-hand side you have a center circle of the same size as the right-hand side, but the left-hand side is surrounded by larger circles and the right-hand side is surrounded by smaller circles. On the right-hand side, it appears as if the center circle is larger. This illusion was discovered by German psychologist Hermann Ebbinghaus and popularized by Edward B. Titchener. The illusion is driven by size contrast, where the surrounding context alters the perceived size of the central object. It is used in psychological studies to measure how children transition from absolute local perception to contextual global perception. Children under 7 years old are less likely to be deceived by the illusion, as they accurately perceive the size of the central circles and they are often focusing on the target itself, whereas older children and adults are more influenced by the surrounding context. In a study done between US and Japan children, it was found that East Asian children who grew up in cultures that focused on fostering a holistic approach were more likely to be susceptible to this illusion, as they often focus on the whole picture, whereas Western or US children were less susceptible to the illusion due to the analytical and independent thinking style which was fostered by their society. However, it was also found that a tribe known as the Himba tribe were least susceptible to the illusion and showed little to no susceptibility, as it was required in their daily life to have an extreme focus on detail for tracking, livestock identification, and tool making. As such, it depends on the person and their ability and perception and upbringing to see who is most affected by this illusion. The Ebbinghaus-Titchener illusion is often used to teach about perception, especially in children. Thank you for listening to our presentation.